This is a nice cool down yoga sequence, especially if you've got some shoulder pain or if your shoulders are really tired. And yeah, I'll just guide you through it. So you might need either a strap or a towel, small towel, for one of the exercises. Apart from that, just a yoga mat or a beach towel, or whatever you want to use to do yoga on. Luna's just woken up from a little sleep, so she's going to help out today. Go back on the chair. Alright, so starting off, we're going to do the cat and cow pose. So, starting on your all fours with your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. And then from there, you're going to breathe in, looking up, breathing out, arching your spine. Move your knees around if you need to get in a better position, breathing out. Really linking your breathing, your movement to your breathing. One more. From here we're going to go into crossed arm forward stretch, which is really good for your shoulders. So laying down with your chest up, and you're going to place your hands like this, palms facing up, underneath your chest, and once they're fully crossed, you're going to lay forward onto them and just breathing for about 30 seconds. This is really good for your rotator cuff muscles that are super important for your in your shoulders, for stabilizing the shoulders. And they get really tight when we surf. So just breathing into the tension. Move them around a little bit if it's too uncomfortable. Breathing in, coming up, and we're going to cross them the other way. It's quite an awkward position to be in, but it's really good for the shoulders. Good, and coming up. And staying down on your belly, we're going to go into cobra position. So how you start the cobra is with your hands down by your side, palms facing up. Your forehead's touching the floor. Breathing in, raise your head and your chest. Bring your hands out in front, quite a fair way out in front of you. And then from here, pushing into your hands. You can also just stay on your elbows like this. And you can stay like this for a few minutes even if it's comfortable. It's really good for opening up the chest and loosening up the lower back, especially if you've got lower back pain from paddling too much or just whatever, sore lower back. Just breathing here. So either here or up here is a bit more intense. You just want a gentle stretch. You don't want to be breaking any world records for yoga. Nice deep belly breathing. In and out through your nose. One more deep breath here. From here we're going to come up onto all fours and push back in downward dog. So your hands are shoulder distance apart, and you can change the length of your downward dog till it's a comfortable position. Your feet are about hip distance apart, and trying to kind of keep your butt pushed up into the air, your hips pushed backwards, your shoulders are open, and you can walk your feet out a little bit. Pushing one heel down and the other one. And you're looking back kind of between your knees. Taking one more breath there. And we're going to step through into pigeon pose. So if you want more stretch, you can bring this foot closer towards the front of the mat. If you want less stretch, or if you're a bit more tight, you can have it back here a bit more. So depending on where you're at, angle your foot. And then from here, pushing into your fingers, breathing in, looking up. And breathing out, folding forward. And extending your arms out in front to get a nice shoulder stretch as well. Breathing in, coming up. Stepping back into downward dog again just for a second. And stepping the right knee through, same as the other side. Pigeon pose, pushing into the hands, breathing in, looking up. Breathing out, folding forward over the knee. Letting the hands go long out in front. Good. Breathing in, pushing the hands into the floor, coming up into a kneeling position. And I'm going to grab the strap or the towel that you're using, holding it about shoulder distance apart, a little bit wider than shoulder distance. We'll see how we go. And the idea of this is you're going to bring, you might need to widen a bit more than shoulder distance, and so bring it up, breathing in, and then breathing out, extend it all the way over. That's a juicy one for the shoulders. Breathing in. And the idea is not to rush all the way over like this quickly, because that's going to avoid getting you the stretch that you want in the shoulders. So when you get to a point when you come over, you can feel that stretch. Just go nice and slowly, breathe. Let it go. I'm just going to do that a few times. It's really good for opening up around the chest muscles and shoulders that get super tight from paddling and just slumping our shoulders. So really Try and go slowly through that point where it gets nice and tight and stretchy. Try not to scrunch your face up like me. Try and breathe. Do it a couple more times. One more. And back. Alright, that's a really good one for the shoulders. And now we're going to lay on your back and do a little recline twist to finish. Hands facing up. Take a breath there. And we're going to pull the left knee up to the chest for a couple of breaths. Twisting it over to the opposite side, grabbing onto the outside of the shin, looking over the outstretched hand. Nice, relaxed breathing. Breathing in, coming up, changing sides. Taking a breath in and breathing out, stretching over this side. Breathing nice and relaxed here, in and out through the nose. So this is about 11 minutes, 12 minutes, this sequence. And it's a really good stretch and cool down for your shoulders, hips, and your back. And even if you can just do this little sequence a few times a week, it would make a lot of difference in your body, getting rid of the tension in the body. One more breath here. Breathing in, raising the knee up, extending the leg. Slowly coming up. Alright, so I hope that helps you to stay flexible. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll talk to you soon.